All right, so I've actually been using probably for the last few months, and for those of you that have watched the channel realize that I have gone through some medical issues and I'm currently going through uh, issues due to an accident. So bear with me as I am having issues with this hand and this part of me. So this I've actually been using while I've been kind of laid up. So this is the HOTWAV Tab R9 Pro Max. And I like to think that I've gotten some good experience with it over the past couple months. Now, this is an 11-inch, as you can see, full HD, 120 hertz. Comes with 20 gigs, so 8 plus 12 gigs of RAM. So it's 8 gigs of actual internal true RAM. I think it is how it works. Plus, you can use 12 gigs of the actual solid state drive that's inside this to be used dedicated as RAM. And then it has 256 gigs of internal storage. So lots of space. I think for anybody that's using something like this, you're going to be very happy with it. Now, I think the biggest selling feature of this, number one or two biggest selling features, I guess, is the fact that it's got, as you see, a 20,000 milliamp hour battery. I've barely had to charge this thing over the last few months. Like it's ridiculous almost. As well as the other part that I actually really like on it is that it's just ridiculously built to take a bit of abuse. You know, you'll see all the extra padding and all this kind of stuff that's on this. It's very industrial. So, you know, if you were going to be buying this, let's say for me that was injured, I would constantly be trying to grab it with my right hand, and then of course realize I didn't have the strength for it. And I don't drop things very often. I'll say that I've dropped this more times than I would prefer to admit. But, you know, maybe you're working a construction site, or maybe you have small children, or maybe you have whatever, right? This may be really good for that. Now, the one thing I'll get out of the way right here, this is not a flagship performance tablet. That is not the reason you're buying it. You're buying it for all the other stuff. Okay, so I have run this through a whole bunch of benchmarks, which we'll kind of talk about when we do the review section. Anyways, this is, as you can see the box, not a whole lot on it here. Again, it's going to be pretty empty. I'm going to try to open this up with kind of one hand. All right, so the tablet is not in it, again, because I've been using it. But as you'll see, it kind of has some cool little things in here. First, you're going to get your charger, or this is actually like an extension for it. The charging cable, I believe I actually have. Do I have it in the house? Or do I have it? Oh, I have it in the house. This, and I'll bring over the tablet here. This is the tablet right here. So on the back, you have a few little things that you can do. So depending on how you want to use it. So number one, if you want to use it in a certain way, this can be used when you put the extra little piece on here. You can use it to kind of put here, or I can't remember which way it is. One of these ways, so that you can have a hand strap, which I think is very cool that they included that. You also get this, which I also thought was super cool. So I didn't put this on, but again, I think I might. So this, you could actually put, let's see, I think it's this way. You put it on here. So now you actually have an actual stand. Yes? So you have this stand that you can use. The fact that they included that, awesome. That's super cool. Also inside here, oh yeah, these are the little straps that you can put on if you want to use the hand straps, if you want to use these instead. So of course you're going to get 2 of those. You're going to get your SIM card remover, little screwdriver to use with all this, your power. Now, I didn't use this power because, as you can see, this is European. Luckily for me, I have a ton. So my hope is if you buy one of these, that they do have one that's, for those of you that are North America based, hopefully they have one for them. If not, hopefully you have a bunch of them sitting around, you know, just doing whatever. And I never use it, but they have a little stylus. Isn't that nice? Little stylus. Let's actually do that. Try not to choke on it. Yes? So, as you can see, little stylus. Hey, isn't that pretty? Well, that may be it, because that's kind of got a nice little magnety. I don't know if you guys noticed that, right? So a little pop. Okay, that's cool. Anyways, clean cloths. It does come with a screen protector. I haven't put it on, but if you guys were, again, I dropped it, haven't broken the screen yet, so that's excellent. And I'll put that over there. Anyways, this is the tablet itself. and it's a little smudgy, so my apologies. This, if you look at the back, a few things. Take this off because again I haven't used this. It does have a flashlight. So again, if you're using this for construction or something like that or whatever, that's kind of nice. It has a camera on it. Yes. Make sure you take all the covers off. Again, I haven't had to use them because if I'm sitting in bed trying to take pictures of things, because that's not appropriate for this video at all. Anyways, very nice. 2 cameras. The cameras, again, you know what? They're fine. If you're going to put them up against a flagship, I'm going to say you'll probably be like, oh, that's not quite what I would get out of my brand new Android or brand new, high-end iPhone or whatever it is. Yeah, you're right. You're not spending that kind of price, right? You're not going to spend that kind of money. On the top here, you're going to have your SIM card that you can put in, or TF card. This is your power, your volume, etc., etc. And other than that, nice and clean. Now you do have this side up here too, which is your USB-C charger right there. So everything has a nice seal to it, which is really good. So it should have no problems if it's going to get like even let's say a little bit wet. I like the fact that the power button is a different color. So if you're unfamiliar, this has not been turned off. I've been away and having issues. So I haven't actually used this in about 2 weeks. So it's been just sitting for at least 2 weeks. And as you can see, still has 42% battery life in it, which is pretty crazy. And I've got just a ton of apps on here. So it has a nice little feature, of course, if you want to move stuff from your iPhone or from your Android or et cetera, et cetera. So I got everything that was compatible on my iPhone to move over to this. Works great. If you want to launch whatever, you can, right? So click on good old Amazon. Everything in regards to like business apps, working apps, day-to-day apps, you should have zero problems. Now, again, if you are someone that's going to be using this and be like, I want a game on this. Well, you know what? You could do maybe simple to medium games. Like we play Monopoly Go. That's our game, right? That's me and Monique play this all the time. Okay. So you see, I can click on here. See, yep, continue. And is it going to play this? Fine. 100%, right? There it is. Does it play as fast as my iPhone? Yeah, just as good. Looks great. There's no issues. But if I was going to play a high-end shooter, would it lower the resolution really down? Would it maybe stutter a little bit? Yeah, there's a chance for sure. So definitely you're not getting this for competitive gaming. But other than that, this is the first time I booted, right? So it's getting everything ready. Other than that, it works like a champ. It does. It works like a champ. And I had no coins for today. So you can see even here, certain little things are a little stuttery, but that's okay. It's a Monopoly game. Who really cares? If I came here and clicked on my coins, right? He said, hey, I wanna do some coin stuff because I don't know, I'm an 80-year-old man. I guess this is how I spend my day, right? Does everything work fine? Yeah. So I can be like, drop the coin. Come on. Oh, winner. I should be doing this in front of camera all the time. Anyways, what I'm saying is, it does okay, right? It plays this stuff pretty much as fast as any other tablet's going to do it. So you should be perfectly okay, right? That's this. Yes? Very nice indeed. So let's just talk a little bit about the tablet and my thoughts again, kind of after using it for the past, it's probably been close to 2 months at least, for sure. So the HOTWAV R9 Pro Max is powered by the Unisoc T606 processor. And this is an octa-core chipset that we've seen in a number of other budget tablets and phones over the last couple of years. So it's not a new chipset by any means. So in Geekbench 6, the tablet actually scored 741 as a single core score and 1926 as a multi-core score. Now, those numbers, as I said before, are not going to compete with flagship tablets from either Samsung or Apple. But that's not really what this device is at all trying to be. It's designed as a, again, rugged outdoor tablet focused on battery life, number one, durability, GPS navigation, let's say taking this out camping, construction, and possibly like field work, which is why I like the fact that it has the stand and the little hand holder. Now, in regards to graphics performance, the OpenCL score that we got came in at a 1419. Now, again, this isn't a gaming powerhouse, as I talked about before, but it did handle things like video playback, web browsing, YouTube, navigation apps, social media, and general Android tasks without any major issues. And as you saw, it was able to play some, I want to say basic to maybe low medium graphics needing games. So doable, but that's again not why you're going to be buying this tablet. Now, the next benchmark that I ran was Antutu, and the R9 Pro Max scored in this benchmark 593,367. We got, for the CPU, for those of you that care, 227,560, GPU 40,636. Our memory was 133,315, and the UX came in at 191,856. And my thoughts are, for a rugged tablet, again in this price range, that's actually a pretty respectable set of scores. So again, this is not trying to be a performance beast by any means. Now, this is the one that I think is probably the benchmark that kind of for this matters the most, and that's PC Mark's Work 3.0 benchmark, because it's designed for day-to-day work tasks. How does this actually do? And it scored a 13,905. Now, this benchmark, as I said, it simulates everyday tasks such as things like web browsing, document editing, photo viewing, data manipulation. And the results from this tablet actually suggest that this tablet should be 100% perfectly capable of handling normal everyday productivity tasks. You shouldn't have an issue. It's got plenty of storage, plenty of memory, plenty of speed for doing that kind of stuff. So that's what it's designed for, and it does it well. Now, as our low end here, we actually did some gaming tests, and I ran 3D Mark Wildlife. And the overall score for this benchmark came in at 1,131 with an average frame rate of 6.78 frames per second. 6.78. So if you are going to be thinking about running any kind of demanding game at high settings, no, this isn't a tablet for you. 100% not. But casual games, as I showed you, puzzle games, card games, media consumption, and let's say basic Android gaming should be fine. But again, if you buy this with the expectation that, hey, I'm buying a brand new tablet that's going to perform like a flagship tablet, then you're not going to be pleased, because it's just not what it is. Now, the display on this, let's talk about that. So the display on the R9 is an 11-inch 1920 by 1200 panel, which is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass. And I have to say that the colors look good. Viewing angles are decent. Brightness on the display is rated up to 400 nits, which again, I was using both indoors and outdoors. And in outdoors, in direct sunlight, you'll still have some reflections, but overall, I still, at 400 nits, I found the display very usable. No real issues. And again, you're buying this as a flagship alternative, let's say. Yes? Camera test. I did also take a few sample photos with, on the back, they have a 64 megapixel camera. And for a rugged tablet, the camera, as I said, is actually better than I expected. Would I go out and replace my iPhone's camera with it? Definitely not. Number one is, for me, I don't usually bring a tablet for photography. But for documenting, let's see, your job sites, or taking reference photos, scanning documents, or just capturing some memories while you're out camping because you have this in your hand, it's going to get the job done, right? So you don't have to go looking for your phone. You can just be like, I have this, snap a picture. Or if you're someone that is, like I said, walking around needing to take reference photos while you're on a construction site, now you have the best of both worlds, right? You can be working on a document, capture an image, put it into this, you're good. Now, the standout feature, again, as I talked about in the beginning, is the massive 20,000 80 milliamp battery. And that's significantly larger than what you'll find in most traditional Android tablets, and definitely huge in comparison to iPads. Now, HOTWAV themselves, they claim up to 100 hours of talk time, because you can put a SIM card in here, up to 3,000 hours of standby time, which I can attest to because I haven't charged this in 2 weeks, maybe even a month. And realistically, depending on how you're using it, you should easily get multiple days between charges. So if you're someone like me that doesn't use it very often, you could get weeks. And because it supports reverse charging, which is actually really cool, it can even act as a power bank for your phone or your other devices. So if you are someone that uses your phone, you bring this with you. Now you got a 20,000 milliamp battery pack that can be used for charging your phone up. And I think that's super cool. Now, the biggest selling point here for this, and the reason that you're going to be looking at this, is its durability. And the R9 Pro Max is rated at IP68, IP69K, MIL STD 810H, meaning it's built to handle water, dust, drops, mud, rain, harsh outdoor environments. That's kind of what it's designed for. So this isn't going to be the kind of tablet that you're going to be afraid to throw this in your backpack. For me, my saddlebag. Side by side, your camper or your work truck, you should have no worries. Like with me and my iPad, you know, I definitely make sure I bundle it well when I even ride with it, because I'm a little concerned that something could happen to it, because it just does not have the durability that this has. Anyways, after spending, again, a fair bit of time with the R9 Pro Max, who do I think this tablet is actually for? Well, kind of similar to what I said at the beginning. You know, I'd recommend it for those that need something for camping, RV owners, motorcyclists like myself, truck drivers, construction workers, I don't know, farmers, hunters, anyone who needs a large GPS display, especially that's going to be using this outdoors because of that ruggedness and because of that large battery. Now, what I wouldn't buy it for is someone looking for any kind of mid to high-end gaming, or you are going to expect that flagship tablet performance, because if you are, it's not there. It's not even close to there. But again, that's not what it's designed for. Overall, I think HOTWAV has done a good job here. Now, I've tested a bunch of their tablets in the past. You know, with this tablet, the R9, you get, again, a large 11-inch display, Android 14, 256 gigs of storage. It is expandable with SD card up to 2 terabytes. It's got that ridiculously large 20,000 milliamp hour battery. It's got your IP68, IP69K GPS, and it can take a SIM card and get 4G LTE. And all that is wrapped up in a device that can take a lot more abuse than pretty much any of the average tablets that are out there. Anyways, what do you think of the HOTWAV R9 Pro Max? Is this something that you'd actually use, you know, for camping, traveling, motorcycle trips, or working in the field? Because I do believe that's actually what and who it's designed for. Anyways, let me know down in the comments below your thoughts. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Later.